Question 1. What year was the Magna Carta originally issued? A. 1215, B. 1066, C. 1348, D. 1603. Answer: A. 1215. The Magna Carta, a Charter of Liberties, was originally issued in the year 1215. Question 2. Name the battle in 1066 that marked the beginning of Norman rule in England. A. The Battle of Agincourt, B. The Battle of Hastings, C. The Battle of Trafalgar, D. The Battle of Britain. Answer: B. The Battle of Hastings. The Battle of Hastings in 1066 marked the beginning of Norman rule in England. Question 3. Who was the first Prime Minister of Great Britain? A. Winston Churchill, B. Robert Walpole, C. Margaret Thatcher, D. Tony Blair. Answer: B. Robert Walpole. Robert Walpole is often considered the first Prime Minister of Great Britain. Question 4. What was the main purpose of the Black Death in the 14th century? A. To challenge the authority of the Church, B. To initiate economic reforms, C. To decrease the population, D. It was a pandemic with no purpose. Answer: D. It was a pandemic with no purpose. The Black Death was a devastating global epidemic of bubonic plague that struck Europe and Asia in the mid-14th century. Question 5. In what year did women over the age of 30 gain the right to vote in Britain? A. 1918, B. 1928, C. 1832, D. 1965. Answer: A. 1918. Women over the age of 30 gained the right to vote in Britain in 1918. Question 6. Describe the main consequence of the Glorious Revolution of 1688. A. The establishment of parliamentary democracy, B. The beginning of the Industrial Revolution, C. The restoration of the monarchy, D. The abdication of Queen Elizabeth I. Answer: A. The establishment of parliamentary democracy. The main consequence of the Glorious Revolution of 1688 was the establishment of parliamentary democracy in England. Question 7. What was the primary outcome of the Battle of Britain in 1940? A. German victory and occupation of Britain, B. British victory and prevention of German invasion, C. Stalemate with no clear winner, D. The beginning of the American Revolution. Answer: B. British victory and prevention of German invasion. The primary outcome of the Battle of Britain in 1940 was a British victory which prevented a German invasion. Question 8. Name the king associated with the Reformation in England. A. King Henry VIII, B. King Edward VI, C. King George III, D. King Charles I. Answer: A. King Henry VIII. King Henry VIII is associated with the Reformation in England. Question 9. In which year did the United Kingdom join the European Union? A. 1952, B. 1973, C. 1992, D. 2007. Answer: B. 1973. The United Kingdom joined the European Union in 1973. Question 10. What role did the Beefeaters, officially known as the Yeoman Warders, historically play in the Tower of London? A. They were the royal food tasters. B. They were responsible for guarding prisoners. C. They served as the king's personal bodyguards. D. They were the caretakers of the crown jewels. Answer: B. They were responsible for guarding prisoners. The Yeoman Warders, or Beefeaters, historically played the role of guarding prisoners in the Tower of London? Question 11. Who was the reigning monarch during the Victorian era? A. Queen Victoria. B. Queen Elizabeth I. C. King George III. D. King Edward VII. Answer: A. Queen Victoria. The reigning monarch during the Victorian era was Queen Victoria. Question 12. What was the main reason for the English Civil War in the 17th century? A. Religious differences. B. Economic disparities. C. Disputes over land. D. Political power struggle between the monarchy and Parliament. Answer: D. Political power struggle between the monarchy and Parliament. The main reason for the English Civil War was a political power struggle between the monarchy and Parliament. Question 13. Who was the British Prime Minister at the start of the Second World War? A. Winston Churchill. B. Neville Chamberlain. C. Clement Attlee. D. Margaret Thatcher. Answer: B. Neville Chamberlain. Neville Chamberlain was the British Prime Minister at the start of the Second World War. Question 14. Name the scientist who is credited with the discovery of penicillin. A. Marie Curie. B. Alexander Fleming. C. Isaac Newton. D. Charles Darwin. Answer: B. Alexander Fleming. Alexander Fleming is credited with the discovery of penicillin. Question 15. What was the primary aim of the suffragettes? A. To improve working conditions. B. To gain equal rights for men and women. C. To secure the right to vote for women. D. To abolish the monarchy. Answer: C. To secure the right to vote for women. The primary aim of the suffragettes was to secure the right to vote for women. Question 16. In which century did the Industrial Revolution begin in Britain? A. 16th century. B. 17th century. C. 18th century. D. 19th century. Answer: C. 18th century. The Industrial Revolution began in Britain in the 18th century. Question 17. Who wrote the national anthem of the United Kingdom? A. William Blake. B. John Milton. C. Robert Burns. D. Unknown. Answer: D. Unknown. The author of the national anthem of the United Kingdom is unknown. Question 18. What treaty marked the end of the First World War for Britain? A. The Treaty of Versailles. B. The Treaty of Paris. C. The Treaty of Utrecht. D. The Treaty of Westminster. Answer: A. The Treaty of Versailles. The Treaty of Versailles marked the end of the First World War for Britain. Question 19. Describe the main effect of the Great Fire of London. A. It ended the Black Plague. B. It led to the reconstruction of the city. C. It established the United Kingdom. D. It initiated the English Civil War. Answer: B. It led to the reconstruction of the city. The main effect of the Great Fire of London was that it led to the reconstruction of the city. Question 20. What is the significance of the Bill of Rights, 1689, in British history? A. It declared the independence of the American colonies. B. It established the principle of parliamentary sovereignty. C. It ended the English Civil War. D. It granted universal suffrage. Answer: B. It established the principle of parliamentary sovereignty. The Bill of Rights, 1689, is significant in British history for establishing the principle of parliamentary sovereignty. Question 21. Who was the monarch during the Armada of 1588? A. Queen Elizabeth I. B. King Henry VIII. C. Queen Victoria. D. King James I. Answer A. Queen Elizabeth I. Queen Elizabeth I was the monarch during the Spanish Armada of 1588. Question 22. Name the act that formally united England and Scotland into Great Britain. A. The Act of Union 1707. B. The Magna Carta. C. The Royal Act. D. The Union of Crowns. Answer A. The Act of Union 1707. The Act of Union 1707 formally united England and Scotland into Great Britain. Question 23. What was the primary purpose of Hadrian's War? A. To mark the boundary of the Roman Empire. B. To protect England from Viking invasions. C. To serve as a trading post. D. To house the royal family. Answer A. To mark the boundary of the Roman Empire. Hadrian's Wall was primarily built to mark the northern limit of the Roman Empire in Britain. Question 24. In what year did Scotland vote to remain a part of the United Kingdom in the independence referendum? A. 1973. B. 1982. C. 2014. D. 2000. Answer C. 2014. Scotland voted to remain a part of the United Kingdom in the independence referendum in 2014. Question 25. Who was the British monarch during the American War of Independence? A. Queen Elizabeth II. B. King George III. C. King Henry VII. D. Queen Victoria. Answer B. King George III. King George III was the British monarch during the American War of Independence. Question 26. What is the significance of the Battle of Hastings? A. It ended Roman rule in Britain. B. It was the final battle of the English Civil War. C. It marked the beginning of Norman rule in England. D. It resulted in the establishment of parliamentary democracy. Answer C. It marked the beginning of Norman rule in England. The Battle of Hastings in 1066 is significant for marking the beginning of Norman rule in England. Question 27. Who was the first female Prime Minister of the United Kingdom? A. Margaret Thatcher. B. Theresa May. C. Indira Gandhi. D. Angela Merkel. Answer A. Margaret Thatcher. Margaret Thatcher was the first female Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. Question 28. Name the king who lost the American colonies. A. King Charles II. B. King Edward III. C. King George III. D. King James I. Answer C. King George III. King George III was the monarch during the period when the American colonies were lost. Question 29. What historical event is Guy Fawkes Night associated with? A. The signing of the Magna Carta. B. The Battle of Waterloo. C. The Gunpowder Plot of 1605. D. The coronation of Queen Elizabeth I. Answer C. The Gunpowder Plot of 1605. Guy Fawkes Night is associated with the Gunpowder Plot of 1605, an attempt to blow up the Houses of Parliament in England. Question 30. In what year did the Bank of England get established? A. 1544. B. 1694. C. 1776. D. 1832. Answer B. 1694. The Bank of England was established in the year 1694. Question 31. What was the purpose of the Domesday Book? A. To record the outcomes of all battles. B. To serve as a manual for English law. C. To assess the tax liability of land in England. D. To chronicle the history of the English monarchy. Answer. C. To assess the tax liability of land in England. The Domesday Book was commissioned by William the Conqueror to assess the tax liability of land in England. Question 32. Who was the British monarch at the beginning of the 20th century? A. Queen Victoria. B. King Edward VII. C. King George V. D. Queen Elizabeth II. Answer. B. King Edward VII. King Edward VII was the British monarch at the beginning of the 20th century. Question 33. Name the treaty that recognized American independence from Britain. A. The Treaty of Paris, 1783. B. The Treaty of Versailles. C. The Magna Carta. D. The Treaty of Westminster. Answer. A. The Treaty of Paris, 1783. The Treaty of Paris in 1783 recognized American independence from Britain. Question 34. What was the primary cause of the Peasants' Revolt in 1381? A. Religious reform. B. A demand for the end of serfdom. C. High taxes. D. The Black Death. Answer. C. High taxes. The primary cause of the Peasants' Revolt in 1381 was high taxes. Question 35. Who was responsible for the establishment of the Church of England? A. Queen Elizabeth I. B. King Henry VIII. C. King James I. D. King Edward VI. Answer. B. King Henry VIII. King Henry VIII was responsible for the establishment of the Church of England. Question 36. What major change did the Reform Act of 1832 bring to British voting rights? A. It granted women the right to vote. B. It abolished property qualifications for voting. C. It extended voting rights to more men. D. It introduced automatic voter registration. Answer. C. It extended voting rights to more men. The Reform Act of 1832 significantly extended voting rights to more men in Britain. Question 37. Name the battle in which Admiral Nelson was killed. A. The Battle of Trafalgar. B. The Battle of Waterloo. C. The Battle of Hastings. D. The Battle of Britain. Answer. A. The Battle of Trafalgar. Admiral Nelson was killed in the Battle of Trafalgar. Question 38. Who was the first Briton in space? A. Tim Peake. B. Helen Sharman. C. Chris Hadfield. D. Neil Armstrong. Answer. B. Helen Sharman. Helen Sharman was the first Briton in space. Question 39. What year marked the beginning of the British Raj in India? A. 1498. B. 1600. C. 1757. D. 1858. Answer. D. 1858. The year 1858 marked the beginning of the British Raj in India. Question 40. Who is known for translating the Bible into English for the first time? A. John Wycliffe. B. William Tyndale. C. Martin Luther. D. King James I. Answer. B. William Tyndale. William Tyndale is known for translating the Bible into English for the first time. Question 41. In what year were the slave trade and slavery abolished throughout the British Empire? A. 1807 for the slave trade and 1833 for slavery. B. 1776 for the slave trade and 1804 for slavery. C. 1820 for the slave trade and 1848 for slavery. D. 1865 for both the slave trade and slavery. Answer. A. 1807 for the slave trade and 1833 for slavery. The British Empire abolished the slave trade in 1807 and slavery itself in 1833. Question 42. Who was the English poet famous for his fairy tale narratives and being poet laureate during much of Queen Victoria's reign? A. William Wordsworth. B. Alfred Lord Tennyson. C. Samuel Taylor Coleridge. D. John Keats. Answer. B. Alfred Lord Tennyson. Alfred Lord Tennyson was the English poet famous for his fairy tale narratives and served as poet laureate for much of Queen Victoria's reign. Question 43. What significant event did the Act of Union 1707 cause? A. The official beginning of the British Empire. B. The unification of England and Wales. C. The formal union of England and Scotland into Great Britain. D. The establishment of the Commonwealth. Answer. C. The formal union of England and Scotland into Great Britain. The Act of Union 1707 caused the formal union of England and Scotland into Great Britain. Question 44. Name the operation that marked the beginning of the Allied invasion of Nazi-occupied Europe in 1944. A. Operation Barbarossa. B. Operation Market Garden. C. Operation Overlord. D. Operation Torch. Answer. C. Operation Overlord. Operation Overlord marked the beginning of the Allied invasion of Nazi-occupied Europe in 1944. Question 45. What is the Magna Carta known for establishing for the first time? A. The right to bear arms. B. The principle that the king is subject to the law. C. The foundation of the British parliamentary system. D. Universal suffrage. Answer. B. The principle that the king is subject to the law. The Magna Carta is known for establishing the principle that the king is subject to the law for the first time. Question 46. Who was Henry VIII's first wife? A. Anne Boleyn. B. Catherine of Aragon. C. Jane Seymour. D. Anne of Cleves. Answer. B. Catherine of Aragon. Catherine of Aragon was Henry VIII's first wife. Question 47. What was the primary cause of the English Reformation? A. Disputes over the wealth of the Church. B. Henry VIII's desire for a male heir. C. The influence of Martin Luther's teachings. D. Political alliances with Protestant nations. Answer. B. Henry VIII's desire for a male heir. The primary cause of the English Reformation was Henry VIII's desire for a male heir, which led him to seek a divorce that the Pope refused to grant. Question 48. Who discovered the circulation of blood? A. William Harvey. B. Galileo Galilei. C. Isaac Newton. D. Charles Darwin. Answer. A. William Harvey. William Harvey is credited with discovering the circulation of blood. Question 49. Name the longest reigning monarch in British history before Queen Elizabeth II. A. Queen Victoria. B. King George III. C. King Henry VIII. D. Queen Elizabeth I. Answer. A. Queen Victoria. Queen Victoria was the longest reigning monarch in British history before Queen Elizabeth II. Question 50. In which year did the Great Western Railway open? A. 1750. B. 1838. C. 1865. D. 1901. Answer. B. 1838. The Great Western Railway opened in 1838. Question 51. What Act, passed in 1918, significantly extended the voting rights to women for the first time? A. The Women's Suffrage Act. B. The Representation of the People Act. C. The Equal Rights Act. D. The Voting Rights Act. Answer: B. The Representation of the People Act. The Representation of the People Act, passed in 1918, significantly extended the voting rights to women for the first time. Question 52. Who was the British monarch at the time of the union between England and Scotland in 1707? A. Queen Anne. B. King James I. C. Queen Victoria. D. King George I. Answer: A. Queen Anne. Queen Anne was the British monarch at the time of the union between England and Scotland in 1707. Question 53. Name the philosopher credited with laying the groundwork of modern philosophical empiricism and skepticism. A. René Descartes. B. John Locke. C. David Hume. D. Immanuel Kant. Answer: B. John Locke. John Locke is credited with laying the groundwork of modern philosophical empiricism and skepticism. Question 54. In what year did the Battle of Agincourt take place? A. 1066. B. 1415. C. 1588. D. 1815. Answer: B. 1415. The Battle of Agincourt took place in the year 1415. Question 55. Who was the leader of the Labour Party before becoming Prime Minister in 1997? A. Tony Blair. B. Gordon Brown. C. John Major. D. Margaret Thatcher. Answer: A. Tony Blair. Tony Blair was the leader of the Labour Party before becoming Prime Minister in 1997. Question 56. What historical event is commemorated by Bonfire Night on November 5th? A. The end of the English Civil War. B. The signing of the Magna Carta. C. The Gunpowder Plot of 1605. D. The Battle of Britain. Answer: C. The Gunpowder Plot of 1605. Bonfire Night on November 5th commemorates the Gunpowder Plot of 1605. Question 57. Name the ship that brought the first Pilgrim Fathers to America. A. The Mayflower. B. The Santa Maria. C. The Victory. D. The Endeavour. Answer: A. The Mayflower. The Mayflower brought the first Pilgrim Fathers to America. Question 58. Who is considered the father of the Royal Navy? A. Sir Francis Drake. B. Henry VIII. C. Admiral Nelson. D. Sir Walter Raleigh. Answer: B. Henry VIII. Henry VIII is considered the father of the Royal Navy. Question 59. What was the primary reason for the construction of the Royal Observatory in Greenwich in 1675? A. To serve as a royal palace. B. To improve naval navigation. C. To observe celestial events. D. To compete with French scientific advancements. Answer: B. To improve naval navigation. The primary reason for the construction of the Royal Observatory in Greenwich in 1675 was to improve naval navigation. Question 60. In which year was the National Health Service, NHS, established? A. 1918. B. 1948. C. 1952. D. 1965. Answer: B. 1948. The National Health Service, NHS, was established in 1948. Question 61. Name the treaty that granted formal recognition to the independence of the American colonies. A. The Treaty of Paris 1783. B. The Treaty of Versailles. C. The Magna Carta. D. The Treaty of Westminster. Answer: A. The Treaty of Paris 1783. The Treaty of Paris in 1783 granted formal recognition to the independence of the American colonies from Britain. Question 62. Who was the reigning monarch when Australia was first settled by the British? A. Queen Elizabeth I. B. King George III. C. King Henry VIII. D. Queen Victoria. Answer: B. King George III. King George III was the reigning monarch when Australia was first settled by the British in 1788. Question 63. What year marked the beginning of the Tudor period? A. 1066. B. 1485. C. 1603. D. 1837. Answer: B. 1485. The Tudor period began in 1485, marking the end of the Wars of the Roses and the start of Tudor England with Henry VII's accession to the throne. Question 64. Name the first woman to be elected as a Member of Parliament in the UK. A. Margaret Thatcher. B. Constance Markievicz. C. Nancy Astor. D. Theresa May. Answer: C. Nancy Astor. Nancy Astor was the first woman to take a seat as a Member of Parliament in the UK in 1919. Question 65. In what year was the Battle of Waterloo, where Napoleon was finally defeated? A. 1789. B. 1815. C. 1830. D. 1854. Answer: B. 1815. The Battle of Waterloo, where Napoleon was finally defeated, occurred in 1815. Question 66. Who was known as the Iron Lady in British politics? A. Queen Elizabeth II. B. Margaret Thatcher. C. Indira Gandhi. D. Nancy Astor. Answer: B. Margaret Thatcher. Margaret Thatcher was known as the Iron Lady in British politics for her uncompromising leadership style. Question 67. In what year did the Titanic sink on its maiden voyage? A. 1905. B. 1912. C. 1923. D. 1931. Answer: B. 1912. The Titanic sank on its maiden voyage in 1912. Question 68. What major event is William Wilberforce best known for campaigning against? A. The Corn Laws. B. The slave trade. C. Women's suffrage. D. Child labor. Answer: B. The slave trade. William Wilberforce is best known for his campaigning against the slave trade, leading to its abolition in the British Empire. Question 69. Name the primary author of the English Bill of Rights in 1689. A. John Locke. B. William of Orange. C. Sir Robert Walpole. D. Thomas Hobbes. Answer: A. John Locke. John Locke is often credited as a significant influence on the English Bill of Rights in 1689. Although he was not the direct author, his ideas were influential. Question 70. What was the original purpose of the British Museum when it was established? A. To house the Royal Art Collection. B. To display the natural wonders of the British Empire. C. To serve as a public library. D. To exhibit a collection of curiosities donated by Sir Hans Sloane. Answer: D. To exhibit a collection of curiosities donated by Sir Hans Sloane. The British Museum was established in 1753 to exhibit the collection of Sir Hans Sloane. Question 71. Who is remembered for his midnight ride to warn of the approaching British forces before the battles of Lexington and Concord? A. George Washington. B. Benjamin Franklin. C. Paul Revere. D. Thomas Jefferson. Answer C. Paul Revere. Paul Revere is remembered for his midnight ride to warn of the approaching British forces before the battles of Lexington and Concord. Question 72. What pivotal battle in 1314 was a significant victory for Scotland during the First War of Scottish Independence? A. The Battle of Stirling Bridge. B. The Battle of Falkirk. C. The Battle of Bannockburn. D. The Battle of Culloden. Answer C. The Battle of Bannockburn. The Battle of Bannockburn in 1314 was a significant victory for Scotland during the First War of Scottish Independence. Question 73. Who was the British monarch during the Crimean War? A. Queen Victoria. B. King George III. C. Queen Elizabeth I. D. King Edward VII. Answer A. Queen Victoria. Queen Victoria was the British monarch during the Crimean War, 1853 to 1856. Question 74. Name the principle that Charles Darwin is best known for developing. A. The theory of relativity. B. The laws of motion. C. The theory of evolution by natural selection. D. The periodic table. Answer C. The theory of evolution by natural selection. Charles Darwin is best known for developing the theory of evolution by natural selection. Question 75. What was the main focus of the Chartists' movement in the 19th century? A. Women's suffrage. B. Abolition of the slave trade. C. Political reform and universal male suffrage. D. Educational reform. Answer C. Political reform and universal male suffrage. The main focus of the Chartists' movement was political reform and universal male suffrage. Question 76. In which century did the Plantagenets rule England? A. 10th–11th century. B. 12th–15th century. C. 16th–17th century. D. 18th–19th century. Answer B. 12th–15th century. The Plantagenets ruled England from the 12th to the 15th century. Question 77. What was the result of the Act of Settlement 1701? A. It established the Church of England. B. It settled the succession to the English throne on the Protestant heirs of Sophia of Hanover. C. It ended the War of the Spanish Succession. D. It granted independence to the American colonies. Answer B. It settled the succession to the English throne on the Protestant heirs of Sophia of Hanover. The Act of Settlement 1701 determined the succession of the English throne in favour of the Protestant heirs. Question 78. Who was the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom during the Suez Crisis? A. Winston Churchill. B. Anthony Eden. C. Harold Macmillan. D. Clement Attlee. Answer B. Anthony Eden. Anthony Eden was the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom during the Suez Crisis in 1956. Question 79. What architectural style is the Palace of Westminster, rebuilt in the mid-19th century, known for? A. Baroque. B. Gothic Revival. C. Victorian. D. Neoclassical. Answer B. Gothic Revival. The Palace of Westminster, rebuilt in the mid-19th century, is known for its Gothic Revival architectural style. Question 80. Name the British physicist who is famous for his laws of motion. A. Albert Einstein. B. Isaac Newton. C. Stephen Hawking. D. Michael Faraday. Answer: B. Isaac Newton. Isaac Newton is famous for his laws of motion. Question 81. In what year did Elizabeth II become Queen? A. 1936. B. 1952. C. 1962. D. 1977. Answer: B. 1952. Elizabeth II became Queen in the year 1952. Question 82. What was the significance of the Battle of Trafalgar in 1805? A. It marked the end of the Napoleonic Wars. B. It prevented Napoleon's invasion of Britain. C. It was Napoleon's first major defeat. D. It led to the discovery of the Rosetta Stone. Answer: B. It prevented Napoleon's invasion of Britain. The Battle of Trafalgar in 1805 was significant because it prevented Napoleon's planned invasion of Britain. Question 83. Who authored the influential work, A Vindication of the Rights of Woman, in 1792? A. Jane Austen. B. Mary Wollstonecraft. C. Virginia Woolf. D. Harriet Beecher Stowe. Answer: B. Mary Wollstonecraft. Mary Wollstonecraft authored the influential work, The Vindication of the Rights of Woman, in 1792. Question 84. What was the main objective of the Enclosure Acts in Britain? A. To protect the rights of tenant farmers. B. To encourage the development of agriculture. C. To consolidate small landholdings into larger farms. D. To establish public parks. Answer: C. To consolidate small landholdings into larger farms. The main objective of the Enclosure Acts in Britain was to consolidate small landholdings into larger, more efficient farms. Question 85. Who was the Roman emperor responsible for the construction of a wall across northern Britain? A. Julius Caesar. B. Nero. C. Hadrian. D. Augustus. Answer: C. Hadrian. Emperor Hadrian was responsible for the construction of Hadrian's Wall across northern Britain. Question 86. In which year did the English defeat the Spanish Armada? A. 1485. B. 1588. C. 1688. D. 1788. Answer: B. 1588. The English defeated the Spanish Armada in the year 1588. Question 87. What is the oldest university in the English-speaking world, and when was it established? A. Harvard University, 1636. B. University of Oxford, around 1096. C. University of Cambridge, 1209. D. University of St. Andrews, 1413. Answer: B. University of Oxford, around 1096. The University of Oxford, established around 1096, is the oldest university in the English-speaking world. Question 88. Name the king who was executed at the end of the English Civil War. A. Charles I. B. James I. C. Edward III. D. Henry VIII. Answer: A. Charles I. King Charles I was executed at the end of the English Civil War. Question 89. What disease caused widespread mortality in England during the reign of Edward III? A. Smallpox. B. The Black Death. C. Typhoid fever. D. Cholera. Answer: B. The Black Death. The Black Death caused widespread mortality in England during the reign of Edward III. Question 90. Who were the main participants in the Wars of the Roses? A. The House of Lancaster and the House of York. B. The House of Tudor and the House of Stuart. C. The House of Plantagenet and the House of Normandy. D. The House of Windsor and the House of Hanover. Answer: A. The House of Lancaster and the House of York. The main participants in the Wars of the Roses were the House of Lancaster and the House of York. Question 91. What was the significance of the Reform Act of 1867? A. It abolished slavery throughout the British Empire. B. It granted suffrage to all women over the age of 30. C. It significantly extended the voting rights to working-class men. D. It established the Church of England. Answer: C. It significantly extended the voting rights to working-class men. The Reform Act of 1867 was significant for extending the voting rights to working-class men. Question 92. Name the British author of 1984 and Animal Farm. A. J.R.R. Tolkien. B. George Orwell. C. Aldous Huxley. D. William Golding. Answer: B. George Orwell. George Orwell is the British author of 1984 and Animal Farm. Question 93. In which year was the first underground railway, metro, opened in London? A. 1825. B. 1863. C. 1901. D. 1945. Answer: B. 1863. The first underground railway, metro, was opened in London in 1863. Question 94. Who was the British monarch during the 7 Years' War? A. Queen Anne. B. King George II. C. King George III. D. Queen Victoria. Answer: B. King George II. King George II was the British monarch during the 7 Years' War. Question 95. What historic event is commemorated by the poppy flower in the UK? A. The signing of the Magna Carta. B. The Battle of Britain. C. The end of the English Civil War. D. The Armistice of World War I. Answer: D. The Armistice of World War I. The poppy flower is used to commemorate the Armistice of World War I in the UK. Question 96. Name the battle in which Richard III was killed, ending the Wars of the Roses. A. The Battle of Agincourt. B. The Battle of Bosworth Field. C. The Battle of Tewkesbury. D. The Battle of Stirling Bridge. Answer: B. The Battle of Bosworth Field. Richard III was killed in the Battle of Bosworth Field, effectively ending the Wars of the Roses. Question 97. What is the name of the period characterized by the reign of Queen Elizabeth I? A. The Victorian era. B. The Elizabethan era. C. The Edwardian era. D. The Georgian era. Answer: B. The Elizabethan era. The period characterized by the reign of Queen Elizabeth I is known as the Elizabethan era. Question 98. Who was the first Archbishop of Canterbury? A. Thomas Becket. B. Augustine of Canterbury. C. Anselm of Canterbury. D. Thomas Cranmer. Answer: B. Augustine of Canterbury. Augustine of Canterbury was the first Archbishop of Canterbury. Question 99. In what year did Britain hand Hong Kong back to China? A. 1984. B. 1997. C. 2003. D. 2007. Answer: B. 1997. Britain handed Hong Kong back to China in 1997. Question 100. What was the purpose of the Statute of Rhuddlan in 1284? A. To annex Wales to the Crown of England. B. To establish the Church of England. C. To reform the legal system of England. D. To grant independence to the American colonies. Answer. A. To annex Wales to the Crown of England. The Statute of Rhuddlan in 1284 was enacted to annex Wales to the Crown of England.